I wanted to talk about life's illusion. And life's illusion is that things will always be just as they are now. And the Chinese or the Oriental astrologers said the only thing you can really depend on is that things will change. And my specialty has always been, I call it event predictive analysis, but it's various methods to predict what is going to change in somebody's life. And I was in a situation for years where I would be booked every 15 minutes for somebody to sit down with me and I was to tell them about their life. And I had to come up with a method that I can tell them something that's worthwhile in a short period of time. As an example, if somebody made an astrology chart, they would put all the planets on this circular chart and chart everything and precisely do all this work, and it would take quite a while. And it wouldn't be practical for somebody sitting down with you fresh every 15 minutes. It couldn't be done. You couldn't tell anybody anything viable. I did know astrologers that were able to look at an ephemeris, which is the book of planets, and because they were so experienced that they could, just by looking at the planets, tell somebody what's happening accurately without having to make a long chart. But I found that I was able to, and I developed my own system, which I put on the internet. It's free classes, YouTube, whatever, that would be very accurate, quick to do, and it's a method that I experimented with for 40 or 50 years, and I found it very accurate. It gives you a lot of information. It tells you about the environment that somebody lives in, as well as what's going to happen to them. As an example, are you in a year that is a nervous year, an emotional year? Or are you an independent cycle? Or are you in a cycle where you feel isolated and restricted inside yourself? Or in a period where you're just detaching or getting away from people? Or are you in an oppositional year where things are always controversial and it's and with either work or health or work and health or whatever, and it can include, all these things can include people that you're concerned about as well as yourself. So it's what would be interesting to you concerning, like I said, yourself or people that you're concerned about, family, friends that would be of particular concern to you. So I would look at these courses that I have on the internet. It's astro numerology, and I developed my own method, and I used it to predict that Donald Trump was a one-term president, that a black female would be on the Democratic ticket in 2020, that 2020, the year 2020, would be difficult in the United States for money and health matters. I also predicted one Super Bowl with Tampa Bay, and I came within a point of what the actual score was and picking the winning team, and so forth and so on. I said in 2017 that Donald Trump would be a one-term president, and on another video I said he was a revolutionary. It's a lot of study and it's a lot of practice. It's like everybody wants to learn how to play the piano, but nobody wants to practice. And it does take a lot of practice and observation. And it's kind of a skill that I learned through practice and through experience and through doing a very large amount of people. And I learned from doing, and I've done this system with thousands and thousands of people. And I do shortcut systems with people that I meet every day accurately. I mean, some people could play one song on a piano, but if you ask them to play other things, they can't. But this is a system that really works for everybody. And it tells the environment that exists in their life and what's going to change and what's going to come up. And the problem is that a lot of people want to sit with somebody and just ask questions. But when you go through this question and answer thing, you're only dealing with the client, the person's information, and you're not dealing with any new information. And the questions that they're asking is to the best of their knowledge what's going to be happening to them and around them in their life. And that's not anticipating any change. And like I said, life's illusion is that things will be exactly as they are now in the future. And it never is. That's what the illusion is. I guess it makes people feel safe. But please look at my videos if you really want to learn how to predict things in people's lives. I've been doing this a long time. I put classes on palmistry, handwriting analysis, numerology, astro numerology, the abracadabra, name analysis, because I had a session with the lady that wrote the book on name analysis, and it's based that every letter in somebody's name has an astrological significance. And when the two letters come together, it causes an event in their life. Well, I brought it to that point. The lady that wrote the book wasn't to that point. But it was very interesting. A lot of things that she said made sense, and throughout the years I changed it and I made it my own, but it was a good concept. But it's a very interesting study because it tells you what somebody's karma is, what they came in this world to deal with. And you can do that with the missing numbers in their name and what I call hinge letters. And I put all these courses on the internet. So please, if you want to learn it, this will save you a lot of time. And I can tell you, it really works.